Da 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 da. So I'm gonna go over to the Drive 97.1. That's what I was just listening to. Listening to that song I was just driving from. I'm gonna go ahead and try and post in the comments there to put on a live show for one of my favorite radio stations' Facebook page. Today I will be working on a Tom Petty tribute song specifically. Yeah, what was I working from? It's called You Need to Know. You need to know. You need to know. I want to get this comment posted on 97.1's Facebook page. Get my guitar out and play. Here we go. I got to go ahead and do some administrative work about moving around some links and copying stuff, and haven't figured out what I'm saying about the comment yet. What am I going to say about that comment? Working on a Tom Petty tribute song for the album. Might be too wordy. Working on a tribute song. Working on a Tom Petty tribute song for the Tom Petty tribute album. What did I call that? You need to know. You need to know. You need to know. Da 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 da. You need to know. You need to know. Right, let's see what's going on this page. And it looks like not a lot of commenting. I sure want to see this video pop up right in the comments instead of just a link. Now, what was I going to say? Tom Petty tribute song. Here I am. I'm posting. I'm broadcasting, and I'm calling it broadcasting because I'm broadcasting from this iPhone working wirelessly. No, I don't need to say from right now on. I should probably get the timestamp right. Facebook Live. At 10:42 Pacific time. What's the date today? 3rd, 4th Pacific time. I should say AM, PM, because everybody's not on 24-hour time like me. 10:42 AM. Trying to say all this because I think people might be able to learn from it. And also I'm a researcher who tries to get people to practice speak aloud protocol while they use interfaces. So I try to think in it at all times because it's part of the design skills. I'm broadcasting on Facebook Live at 10:42 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to be a different time by the time I'm done. What's the date? The 3rd, the 4th, the 5th? 5th. All right, I'm working 2 in a row again. 5th. October 5th. I had a meeting at 8 a.m. today that didn't go. Wonder if that person will ever show. It's probably all right, no worries. Broadcasting on Facebook Live, October 5th. Got to change the time. Working on. It's live music. It's focused on my Tom Petty tribute album with a new tribute song. I'm not sure if I'm gonna nail it today. I usually do pretty well, but I kind of let quality lag because I don't want to have to do all the editing. I want to do it with raw talent in one take on the first performance. And you know what? Even the first time I think about it sometimes, Without Thought. Tribute album with a new tribute song. You Need to Know. I haven't figured out all my lines, like I'm gonna say line for line through this, some new stuff. Let's see what I got, because I only heard it once today to prepare, and I haven't read the lyrics yet. I just want to perform already. Show the video. Great. Now I'm going to use too much internet. No chugging here. Alright, I turned that down. That's a problem. Probably too loud, maybe a little too loud. I didn't tune the effects yet. What did I say? B1, A2. So I'm setting it up for B1, A2. Now I'll tell you what they are. A2. A2 is 300 millisecond delay with 3 repeats. B1 is touch wah. I'm on 65 twin reverb. Set your own from clean or no effects or whatever. I wonder if it changed up the rest of my settings, because this is a digital lamp and it'll set everything without moving the knobs or anything, so it's kind of confusing. Okay, what do I got? I like the effects. Delay is tough. I really wish I could do a real sound check. I don't think I'm gonna waste the time. Oh no, the TV's on. Don't you steal my rights, TV. Okay, let's see. I'll drop the backlight. Well, I'm gonna need to tune in the amp a little, get it ready. Want to do that sound check to know how my voice is doing over the amp. This is all just on an old iPhone. Having beer for breakfast today. It's my health drink, and I'm so big I gotta drink 2 or 3. I've been hearing small beers like that are made for about a 100-pound woman or something. And, well, I'm like a 350-pound man, so I should probably have 3 or so. Something. Sound nice. Tuned it today. Wasn't quite working right, so I lifted the floating bridge with my fingernails, and it squealed and started to sound like a pro model. Sounds nice. I've been trying to get a gig opening for these bands I derive from and sound like. And you know what? I can even perform for real, live. I'm really playing this guitar right now. Beyond what the amp does auto, this is all real, raw, live talent. I really play this guitar in everything I do, unless I've said I'm playing a backing track, and it would be clear to you. Alright, getting it warmed up for the chords. Is it kind of quiet? Let's turn it up a little bit. Ah, yeah, it likes to be up for the effect. I practiced the tune I want to nail for the album today in a cappella. Having a hard time remembering the whole thing. I like to take some requests, but my interface doesn't work so well I can most of the time. Or or nobody's around, which I don't believe, for how many places I post most of the time. Great, the wah kicked in. How do I turn it off? When I start doing this stuff, I'm trying to make these master samples I've been posting about. Everybody needs this work done that's in the music industry, that likes good music, live music, perfect samples, new samples, real live performance, driving, technology, and effects. I need a strap for my guitar so I can stand and really put on the show. It's too much for me right now. I don't want to do it. I can do some standing guitar playing, but it limits me without the strap. I think I'm about ready to start this one up. Well, the talk on the streets is you might go solo. People say you're running around, leaving by your back door. You need to know, if you think I'm gonna leave, you better say so. You need to know, cause you don't know how long. Well, baby, I can hold on, and if you're making me wait, I'm gonna leave you behind. You need to know, Well, you need to know, if you think you're gonna leave, well, you better go. You need to know, cause you don't know how long I can hold on. If you think you're gonna wait, I'm gonna leave you behind. You need to know, Not bad. One stray string strike. You know, I've realized that having alcohol enforced upon by the ATF leads people to believe it's safe food, kind of like stuff from the FDA at the market, instead of realizing it's some special drug enforcement Nazism of how it works. And I don't know what their standards are, but it's not as safe as food, when it should really just be some issue about treating alcohol appropriately instead of catching it up in their FDA system where they have to rape all the value of a plant-based medicine away from society. And since it's no good enforcement, lots of garbage ends up in our alcohol. They've recently said alcohol is no longer healthy, but I'm sure they didn't want to talk about all the variables they didn't control. So many variables, like what can happen about how many times the cans have been painted and cleaned, and what that does to something stored in the can. And I start working into, just how much recycling is required for a really nice condition can to be recycled. I guess the next thing I want to gripe about is how they clean the machines. So I have big problems with soaps and cleaning. I have lots of allergies to basically everything not cannabis based. And, if somebody's using a soap that's going to end up in my food, I'm going to notice and I'm not going to be happy. And I notice and I'm not happy. So I've been thinking the bubbles on the beer are soap components. And I've been hearing it's not quite that there's soap in the beer and it's bubbly because of it. But you're not stupid if you think so, because the stuff making the bubbles can likely be used to make soap. And it's quite the confusing set of variables. You want to start complaining about soap they used to clean their machines. Ended up in your alcohol or your food. I say "dow" when I don't want to say the words, or I'm just trying to sing a word or a consonant or something to sing something, because you usually have to say something to sing something. So I say "Tao," as in Taoism, as in the Tao Te Ching, as in the way, as in I'm religiously chanting, and at some point I want to compete with religious music. I definitely Christian rock. I try to pick up the popular songs and turn it into Christian rock in some ways, because it basically is. It doesn't take much extra to be Christian rock. I'm working on a song right now derived from Higher Love. What was I calling it? I don't quite have the name worked out perfectly, but I think I'm just calling it God's Love is Higher Love. And it's Christian rock tune. And it's an answer back. Let's see what I got. I'm not going to nail this one for sure. This one's tough. I'm writing this one out. I'm not just performing this one wild. I don't have it as memorized as the other stuff. I can't even hear the first line quite right. Someone just muted me in my mind when I tried to hear that line. My line, maybe if I think of Steve Winwood's line. How does this go? I've thought about it and defined higher love. It is a thing found in the heavens above. No doubt about it. There can be higher love. Higher love is God's love. For all from above. God's love is higher love. God's love is higher love. Oh, God's love is higher love. God's love is higher love from the heavens above. Da 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 da. Oh, God's love's higher love. Da 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 da. God's love's higher love. Oh. God's love is higher love. God's love is higher love from the heavens above. God's love is higher love. God's love is higher love. God's love is higher love. God's love is higher love from the heavens above. Oh, God's love is higher love. Da 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 da. God's love is higher love. Oh, da 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 da. God's love is higher love. Oh, 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 oh. God's love is higher love. God's love is higher love. Da 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 da. God's love is higher love. Oh, da da da. God's love is higher love. Da da da. God's love is higher love from the heavens above. Not bad, not right. I didn't remember my lines. Made them up. Not bad. I got a much more powerful message written. I defined God's love. What else? I had some lines for the verses written. I forget. I just want to perform live off the top of my head most of the time anyway. My back hurts. My back's not the right size for this guitar. I'm all hunched over it and stuff. I need a big old guitar to really do this right. This thing's tiny. I can barely do the standard stuff you're supposed to do on a guitar these days. I've grown so much. Need that special guitar. I really like the standard Strat though. Need that wide body, that wide neck. So I was trying to get a job working in the alcohol industry for beer companies that have either spoken about wanting to use cannabis in their beer, or I think I might be able to help use cannabis in the beer. And I want to be an advocate for the industry, going around spreading goodwill and getting cannabis allowed in the market. I got plans. I'm a scientist. I'm in R&D, and I got the politics to do it. I practice no suffering causing politics, and I do break from them sometimes because it's so difficult. But if anybody wants to challenge me, I'm going to have to back down to my no suffering causing politics and say whatever I'm doing, I shouldn't be causing suffering, or any kind of policy I'm working on shouldn't cause suffering. There's no ethical way to cause suffering, because that which makes any suffering unethical makes all suffering unethical. This country at one time tried to lead a movement in that direction with cries against punishment and all the alternatives to punishment and no punishment parenting. And of course, if you're not causing suffering, you're not likely to be punishing anybody. Good luck defining punishing in a way that's not suffering. What else do I got? Alright, I got the song that stuck with me the most of my recent stuff. Let's see if I can pull it out and perform it in this new effect. I've been listening to this one a couple of times today. How many times have I heard this one anyway? Done for the show. That was a good one. I really like that tune. That tune puts me in a total trance, hypnotized state. Sometimes I just sit there and go into the zone. It runs on in my head for a long time. I still haven't reproduced the best version of what it's turned into because of the way it endlessly runs on in my mind, and I'm constantly working on it from what I've derived it from to make it more like it and make what I'm deriving from better. Not sure what I'm going to call that one once it counts as a different tune than the one I kind of introduced it of as. Let's see. Here is something I don't normally show. Okay. My official Fender stuff. I just like to show the fender because it says Squier, but I like to see Fender on it. And let's see, I'll show you the amp and stuff. It's a Mustang, Fender Mustang something, some sort of number. I'm trying to keep some cannabis on the amp because I believe it helps it. All right, let's see here. I'm working on some kind of catchphrase and outro, like personalization at the bottom of an email. Something to say every time I sign off from the show or from doing specific work. But I don't know exactly what I want, so thank you for watching. Like, it's kind of, it's thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.